Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before I get started, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. If it feels like I'm talking about you, you need to check yourself because words only hurt whenever they are true. If you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description. Can you do me a favor? Go ahead and hit the notifications button and follow me on Instagram. All right, guys, today I'm going to be reacting to a video from $1 Million Worth of Game with Cam Newton, where he's pretty much breaking down what most men are in agreement with whenever it comes to the modern woman, and he's starting to get a lot of backlash. Now, I just want to let you guys know, when it comes to you speaking your mind about women nowadays, men are going to always get a lot of backlash because we're living in a feminine energy. All right, right now, feminine energy is in control and not the alpha energy. So anything that's not part of the go along, get along gang, you're gonna pretty much be looking down on, which is why the world is becoming weaker. It's because everyone wants everybody to adjust to how they feel inside. Everybody wants everybody to just be nice and accept people for who they are. That's all well and dandy, but the problem is when it comes down to dating, a man doesn't have to like a woman for what she became the same way that a woman doesn't have to like a man because of what he becomes. People don't have to adjust to other people because of how they feel inside. And that's the problem that a lot of the naysayers are going to get mad at. A lot of bots are going to get mad at. They're going to look at his comments and they're going to say, oh, he's a bad person and the things that you're doing are hateful and this. That's the energy that we live in, guys. You can't allow feminine men as well as feminist women to throw you off your game. I tell a lot of you guys the best thing for you to do in modern society and in a modern world is to be quiet and allow your eyes to listen in order for you to maneuver. Running around here trying to prove to people something isn't going to do anything but set you back, because one thing that's going to continue to move on in life is going to be life. Life is not going to stop and adjust to how you feel inside, nor is the past going to change itself to make sure you feel better now. All right, so what we're going to do is let's go ahead and let's get to the video.
I knew what a woman was, not a bad.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad is a person who's just, you know, girl, I'm a bad. You know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Cam Newton, the man who certainly tries to look the part every time he's in public, had some hateful comments on a hateful network.
And it's a lot of women who are bad, and I say in a way not to degrade a woman, but just to go off the aesthetic of what they deem is a boss chick.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs.
On the show, $1 Million Worth of Game.
And he's absolutely right, because that's what a real man wants. A real man is going to want a woman that caters to his needs. Now, I agree with everything that Cam is saying, but what men need to understand is you need to learn how to chase the women that are in that lane. Like, guys would be like, yeah, you're doing good, woman, but you don't know how to cook and clean. All right, cool. But there's a lot of girls out here that do. That's what you guys have to understand. You stop and try to change the thinking of a person when you don't have to. Most of these women, you're right, they do not know how to cook. They do not know how to clean. Well, guess what? That's not the type of woman that you need to be around. That's side chick material. That's friends at the office material. That's what that is. A lot of those girls are going to go home and be lonely, and they're going to drink wine for the rest of their life, and then they're going to get a dog, and they're going to find them some feminine man to hang around, because one thing feminine men do is they go along with aggressive women. So aggressive women like to play the victim at the same time playing the tough person, but that's just enough manipulation for her to grab up a feminine man, and then they could become cahoots together. But at some point, that woman is going to get sick of being around a feminine man, and then that's when you're going to see women clashing with their feminine male friends. That's what the males are not understanding. A lot of these guys have taken on this sensitivity spirit, right? So you have to understand, they don't have any direction with their life at all. All they're trying to do is get people to accept them. This is why you see a lot of confused people, they dye their hair. Whenever people get to a state of confusion, they dye their hair. Look at celebrities. Every celebrity out there that you see, when they start losing their mind, from Kanye, Gates, and a whole bunch of other people, the moment celebrities start losing their mind, you'll notice they always do a hair change. Well, if you stop and look at life and you start looking at everybody that wears colorful hair all the time, they're always very emotional people. They're always very manic, depressing people. People who are more settled wear more settled colors and they live more basic life. The smartest people in the world don't even wear name brand clothes, they wear basic clothing. But you'll notice the most emotional people, the loudest people, will always have on the brightest clothes and they will want to be seen. That's the world that we're living in. When you stop and you walk down the street and you start to look at the internet, everybody has different color hair. Everybody got 1,000 tattoos. Everybody got weird clothes on. Everybody's doing the most for attention. Why? So they can feel good inside. The world can't adjust to how people feel inside because the way that a person feels inside is changing from hour to hour to hour. You want to know what people are mad at whenever it comes to Cam Newton and Cam Newton saying that? They're mad at the simple fact that he's actually right. They're mad at the simple fact that they want to be in love and they can't. That's where it's at now. Women have no way of actually finding a real man to love them. They would have to scoop up the same feminine men that they don't want because those are the same feminine men that's going to go along with their ideology. The same feminine man that thinks what he's doing is just good. The same feminine man that's going to catch her with another man. The same feminine man that's going to get played by her. Why? Because women don't want a feminine man the same way a man doesn't want a massive woman. But guess what? You have to act like it's okay whenever you are in the public eye. Because you have to follow the agendas. See, when you walk around in public, I tell you guys all the time, it's best to just be quiet and allow your eyes to listen. That way people don't know what you're thinking. They don't know what you're saying. They don't know how to take your words and flip them around. They don't know how to say, hey, that person thinks this way or that person thinks that way. I keep telling you guys, the more you talk, the more you could be manipulated. The more people can get underneath your skin and adjust you to what they want you to adjust. But the less talking you do, the more power you're going to have because it keeps people in a mysterious mind. In the world that we live in now, you have to maintain a mysterious mind because people are trying to find any and everything to twist it into some type of drama situation, to twist it into some type of argument. People are out here energy snatching left and right because they hate themselves inside. Women have become feminists. A lot of these guys have become homosexuals. A lot of people are in a state of confusion. We have transgenders, we got the LGBT, we got the feminist movement. I am okay with all of that. And I've said this. I have nothing against these agendas. I have nothing against these belief systems in the world. I accept it. But have these people accepted themselves? Have feminist women actually accepted the fact that men are okay with you being a man, but you can't accept the fact that men don't like you in that condition? That's the problem. A lot of these LGBT, they want rights. Okay, you got your rights. People don't say nothing when you're holding hands. Don't nobody say nothing when they see two men kissing anymore, when they see two women kissing anymore. People don't say anything anymore, but yet, I feel like a lot of those people are still complaining because nobody's saying anything anymore. Nobody's saying anything about transgenders anymore. Nobody is saying nothing. Everybody accept it. But they still want to take every little thing and twist it. No. It's the same thing when you start seeing these men transgender start swimming. Let those guys swim. If they win and they're number one, let them win and be number one, because technically they are a woman and the world is supposed to adjust to how they feel inside. You can't tell that man that he transitioned into a woman and that he can't swim and win the competitions, or they do boxing matches and win. No, trans men should be able to play in women's sports. Why? Because the women fought so hard for those guys to get their rights as a woman. You can't turn on them now. How you going to be open and promote men becoming women, then when men become women and they start beating you at things you want gratification from, now you're like, nah, you can't do that. You trying to get the world to adjust to another emotion that you had inside. What you guys got to understand is, Cam Newton is absolutely right. We've been saying this for a very long time. Very long time. But the world itself is just so far upside down. You better find you a place like this where you can come to every day and come back into reality, so you learn how to strategize better in real life. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.